Daylight, my MVVs, welcome. That's how they'll be cashing them one after the other. Now we have gotten a report that two elders who manipulated the other elders to remove the ancient sword from its original home to make it inactive are standing before, the Odua traditional court, and they may be banished from Ile Ife. It is not a small something or judgment of the ancient sword. Okay, as we are hearing, like I said earlier, two elders face Oduduwa's traditional court. Now, Della right. Hey. History is unfolding before our very eyes. The gods have seen it all. The ancestors are watching, and the sacred throne of Ile Ife stands firm, unshaken in the face of treachery. Today, they said that, people have gathered to witness a trial unlike any other, a trial that, will test the strength of Ile Ife tradition, the wisdom of the elders, and the unwavering justice of the Oduduwa traditional court. They said two elders, men once entrusted with the sacred duty of upholding the custom of the land, now stand accused before the great tribunal. Their crime, the unspeakable act of manipulating their fellow elders, deceiving them into removing the ancient sword, the revered Ida Atokun. Okay? Daylight, my Daylight, I love you guys, so don't start with me. Ida Atokun. Ida Atokun. Ida Atokun is spelled IDA ATOKUN, okay? Forgive me. Now, they say that they manipulated others to remove Ida Atokun, a blade consecrated by the gods from its original resting place. Why, you ask? To, render it inactive, to strip it of its divine power, to weaken the spiritual defense of the kingdom. But, Della right, that Ife is no ordinary land. This is the cradle of the Yoruba race, we all know. The sacred ground where Oduduwa himself walked, where Orimayan stayed in his mighty, staff, okay, where he kept his mighty staff, where the spirit of the ancestors still dwell. To tamper with the sacred sword is to shake the very foundation of the heritage, to invite and chaos upon the land, to challenge the wisdom of the gods, okay? As we are hearing, they said, at the gate of judgment, the sacred court of Oduduwa has summoned these two elders, and their fate is hanging in the balance. If found guilty, the sentence is clear, banishment. And you know something about the Yorubas. That's why I say it is because these people are Yorubas. That is why they do a whole lot of things. Now, I read so much about the Yoruba history. I love it. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. Okay, I am fascinated by the history of the Yoruba people. And so reading through history, I found out that Yoruba people, they believe in, punishment. Like when you punish people, you reintegrate them into the society, okay? And that is why you don't see a lot of banishment drama in the Yoruba thing. But this very one, they say if found guilty, the sentence is clear, banishment. They are right. They may be cast out from the land of their birth, severed from the root that once nurtured them, condemned to wander like fallen leaves in the wind. That is not going to be a small thing, no. But let's turn our gaze to a moment to an even more dramatic twist in this unfolding saga. One of these accused elders is no stranger to the palace, so he is an uncle to Blublo. It is not as much something, my people. One, as in Blublo, one of the elders, and they said that this one, they said that the man is close to the Ooni of Ife. Ha! The gods truly have a way of revealing hidden deeds, of bringing even the most concealed secret into the light. But, now wow. You know something, Blublo did. I know that some people will not like what I'm saying, but you know that me, I'm just reporting what I am hearing, okay? Do you know that this Blublo removed her hand from this matter a long time ago, eh? Hey, it was a good thing, though. In her wisdom, they say she washed her hands off this disgrace. She has stood before the spirit of the land, before the ancestors who guard the throne, and she has declared, I have no part in this, my hands are clean. And remember that, you see, sometimes when God wants to help you, he will give you wisdom. Now, rightly so, for a true daughter of Ife knows that the throne is bigger than any individual, that the gods do not, slumber, that justice will always find its way. No matter the ties of blood, no matter the bond of kinship, the truth must prevail. Delarad, let us cast our mind back to the days of the old, when treachery and rebellion against divine order were swiftly met with the full wrath of the gods. Do we not remember the tale of, this guy? I remember I read something about this guy, Basharon Ga. I don't know if you read about Ga. I'm going to even bring it. I'm going to explain that history of Basharon Ga, because I read it. It was very, very interesting, okay? I will try and do a video so that you know about. Now, the fearsome prime minister of Oyo those days, who thought himself invisible, did the gods not humble him? Did the same head that once trembled at his feet not bear witness to his fall? And what of Afonja? Afonja, a history I also read, who conspired against the throne of Oyo, that Oyo Empire at that time, okay? Did he not pay the ultimate price, right? The lesson is clear. No one, no matter how highly placed, can manipulate tradition and go unpunished. Now, as the Odua traditional court prepares to deliver its verdict, we watch with, in fact, everybody is just waiting to see what will happen. Will these elders be found guilty? Will the sacred, gavel of justice seal their fate? Or will the gods demand an even greater reckoning? One thing is certain, Ile-Ife will not be shaken. The throne of Odua will not be compromised. The gods will not be mocked. They say the judgment, let the judgment come. That is what Ile-Ife people are saying. Let justice be done, and let it be known across the four corners of the land that he who defies the sacred order shall bear the consequences. And they say that is exactly what the Ooni of Ife is saying. I pray that I will have time. I am going to come up and talk to you about, this almighty God of those days that felt like he was invisible, that felt like he could do anything and get away with it. Then, so you get to know what happened to him. The God said, except you hold them like the way they did with the ancient sword. You try anything, you see it. That is exactly what is happening right now. I'm going to bring you more update. Do not forget that these are all alleged, rumored, speculated information making the rounds on social media and should not be seen as fact. I appreciate you so much.